Hey everyone, Josh here with Fresh Start Customs, and today we are starting a vinyl graphic business in a box. This is from VEVOR. It came in the mail today. Super excited to share this with you guys. We're going to be unboxing it super quickly. We're going to skip the actual me pulling it out of the packaging. We're going to talk about the machine itself, and then there is an actual stand for this machine in this box that I have to assemble. I'll show you that on the stand here right after we talk about it. And then at the very end, we're going to show you what this can all make and testing it out, and a little bit about the software too. So with all that said, let's go ahead and get this unboxed. All right, guys, so now that we have this unboxed, let's talk about everything that comes with the VEVOR Vinyl Cutter and talk about some of its features. And then I'm going to show you this on the stand. The stand was in that box. I had to assemble it. I have it down below this counter. We're going to take it into the other room and put it on the stand at the end here and show you guys testing this out. But really quickly, let's cover everything that comes with it. You get 5 entire rolls of vinyl here that's included, all within that less than $300 cost. You have a little X-Acto knife that comes with it to cut off the excess vinyl. You get this little tiny business card here for the software. It comes with a Sign Master software here. On this business card, it is actually a magnet. You can put it on your fridge so you don't lose it. And then the serial number is on the back. I'm not going to show the serial number, but that is where you get the software. You can go right to their website to download it, or they have it in this little USB flash drive that comes with this machine here. This is actually kind of cool. This flash drive has how to install the software, how to assemble the stand, even though they include that too in a little pamphlet on how to assemble the stand. And then they have the screws for the stand too. But they have everything on this flash drive. They got even how you can use the software itself, installed, like the blades, everything instruction-wise is all on the USB. You can skip all the pamphlets if you want to, go straight to that. You have a lot of extra cutting blades in here. And then you also have this cool little pen plotter here. So you can actually draw out on paper a design. So most of you are used to our laser engravers. This is going to use SVG files just like a laser engraver. And it's going to plot just like a laser beam would. But this is actually cutting out the edges, leaving the inside to be stuck down on like a sign or a t-shirt. So essentially what we're doing here is scoring for a laser, but we're cutting for this vinyl cutter here. So hopefully that makes sense and translates between lasers to this. If you're new to this type of thing, it'll be a real easy thing if you're used to lasers here. Next up, we have the USB cord. This is not Wi-Fi compatible, not this version. So you will need to plug this into a computer with USB. They also have an old school VGA cord. I'm not sure if I'm going to need that or use that at all, but they did include that as well. They also did this little test cut here. I assume with this machine, it was strapped right here to the top of the machine. I would assume they did this test cut just to prove that it's working. And then you have a power cable, 2 little squeegees, and the instruction book. And then you also have transfer paper or transfer tape. It looks like both clear and masking tape, just like we use for the laser cutters. So let's talk about the actual machine here. It has 3 movable rollers in the back, so you just kind of push this down and you can move these over like this. Hopefully you can see that on camera, but you can move these rollers anywhere you want, back and forth, and then you lock them into position. That will change based on the size of your vinyl material that you're going to be feeding through here. So all the rollers can grab it and pull that through the machine. You also have the option for reset, offline, and pause, setup, test, and origin. So the origin point is where the vinyl cutter is going to start the actual cutting itself. So if you wanted to start over here, you can hit offline, move this over, and then set the origin point here, and then they'll cut from here over. So wherever you want it to start, that's how you can set the origin point for this. We'll get into that here in just a second when it's on the stand. The max feed width of this is 28.3 inches wide. And I think the max cutting width is 24.8 inches wide. So you can cut up to 24.8 inches. That's a good amount here. And then you have the whole roll that you can basically consistently cut through. So that's a cool feature to have, versus like a Cricut machine is real small. You kind of beef this up and you can create your own little business off of this. So super cool. It has a max cutting thickness of 3 millimeters. So that's pretty thick in my opinion. It's about an 1/8 inch thick, like our lasers can cut. And then you also have a precision cut of 0.01 millimeters as well. So it is very accurate, just like a laser is. Now, keep in mind, you have the width of the actual blade, just like the width of the laser to contend with in that. But yeah, it also includes the LED screen here. That's kind of what I was pointing at and getting at with the functions of origin and setup. But overall, this looks like a really cool machine. Enough of me talking about it. I think you get the gist of this machine so far, especially if you've been following my channel for a while. Let's get this on the stand. Let's do a test cut, and then let me show you some cool stuff that I make with this. All right, you guys. So really quick, I wanted to show you the stand. I have the vinyl wrap that is on the back there. You can see that. There's a little tube holder on the back, and then it just feeds from the back to the front. As you can see, I kind of mangled the vinyl a little bit, but that's okay. This is just going to be a test run here, and that was just because I had the rollers too tight. There's actually screws on the back that'll loosen these up. But you can see over here, I've got it hooked up to the computer, and we got the software all installed. It's a really easy process. So let's go ahead and jump into this here. All right, you guys, I want to quickly show you all these different little test cuts that I did. You can see all these squares that I cut out. There's actually 2 right here that you can't see because it cut all the way through. By default, this is set on a 120 for the force, and I think 750 for the speed. So I went with 760 for the speed, and I reduced the force all the way down to 50. And that seems to be a good, consistent result that I get here. So the other thing you can do is click offline here, and you can feed your paper forward or backwards. And then you can move your laser head or your vinyl cutter head in this situation, left or right. So we're going to say this is a good point. We're going to click origin. We want it to start from here so we can do another test run. All you got to do is click test, and then that will cut that out. And now you can use your fingernail, or you can use an actual weed remover there. And that's what it looks like after you pull it off there. So that test cut is successful. That looks like it'll work great for us. I just wanted to quickly show you how the machine works here with a test cut. I think you get the gist of it. You can put any design you want in the software, which I have over here. And I just put like Fresh Start Customs down there. You can put any design you want within that software there, and then print it off. I think you get the gist of that. All right, you guys, so as you can see, this is our first cut with the machine here right after the test cuts that we did down here. It turned out great. There is a few things that I had to do is I had to place those letters that kind of didn't cut all the way through back on there. I think I need to add like 10 more force or slow down the speed a little bit, and it'll be perfect. I'm going to dial in the settings, and then I'm going to do a bunch of cuts and make some cool projects to share with you guys right at the end. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.